Hi, I'm Shannon Rollins with Shannon Rollins Real Estate. I am frequently asked about my background and how in the world I ended up in real estate. My background is much different than most real estate agents. I have a master's in business and worked for two top employers, Humana Hospital and Blue Cross Blue Shield, in management before I took a different path. But before I discovered my love of real estate, my husband and I, who also worked in healthcare, we started a healthcare record storage business where we managed the files, x-ray films, fetal monitor slips, all that kind of stuff for hospitals and surrounding physician offices. We found there was a need to have immediate access to those kind of files where they couldn't store them on site. And so we, instead of like an accountant's office where they could request a file and 7 days later they could receive it, the hospitals needed the files immediately. Somebody's admitted to the ER, they need it now, not 7 days from now. So my husband and I left the healthcare environment, started our own company, and our friends thought we were crazy. We were working crazy hours, working like dogs, getting up in the middle of the night, pulling files, going to hospital file rooms, purging them for them in the middle of the night when there was not a lot of busy activity going on, and really just working 7 days a week. We had a group of people that worked with us, that worked for us, and it was quite exciting at the time, but also really hard work. But much to our surprise, we had a national company approach us to buy us out. And so of course we said yes. After that, I decided I wanted to buy houses and renovate them. So that's what I started doing. I started having agents open doors for me because I didn't need help with an agent telling me, about a house and what to do to it and all that. I already knew what I was capable of doing. And so eventually I was buying houses, renovating them, and I decided, well, I should get my own license so I can go open the doors myself to look at houses, and then I can list them so I can get top dollar, because you always get more for a house when you list it than if you do it for sale by owner, because you get to get exposure to so many more buyers. So price gets driven up. And so that's what I did. But doing that, I had people start coming to me and saying, hey, can you help me buy a house and do what you did? This house is so amazing what you did. Can you help me do that? So although I renovated probably 100 houses and learned a whole lot about houses, having taken homes down to the studs and done everything you possibly can to a house, which contributed to my education about homes, I started helping other people. And eventually that's where I spent most of my time, helping other people buy and sell homes. And so I was an agent in Jacksonville, Florida, but then eventually we moved to South Carolina, and that's when I started my own company. And when I started my own company here, I decided I wanted to start a company that would take care of my clients the way I would want to be taken care of if I were a buyer or seller, which is completely different than what anybody else was doing, especially 20 years ago in this market. So I started a team approach. Very specialized team approach. I didn't want to just hire agents where all the agents would go do whatever they want, whenever they want, however they wanted, and have no consistency within the company. Instead, I wanted a specialized team approach, and this is 20 years ago, remember. So I started out with just me and one, me and two, me and three, and developed detailed skills within the company in a team approach. And so now it's me and 45. And I have a very specialized team where, for instance, my buyer agents, they are experts at helping buyers find homes. They love homes, they love helping buyers. They can identify things about houses the buyers need to be aware of, and they just love that part of it. And then I also have a marketing team who they are experts at photography, at graphic design work, at all the marketing that we do, and they just love that, and they're experts at that. And then, I've also got my inside sales associate team. So they are working to, find our buyers and sellers and find the right houses for them before they're quite ready to go out looking. And then we got our support staff. So we have people that are experts at every step of the way. My closing team, they're the ones that once a house goes under contract, they're overseeing all the details from that point all the way till it closes. So they're experts at the details, overcoming objections, keeping the deal together for our clients. And so our clients get to experience somebody very specialized from the time they either list their home, when I'm talking to them about what kind of price it should be, how do they prep the house, to all the way through closing. They have somebody that's an expert right by their side the entire way. And that's the way I'd want it done if I were a buyer or seller, and that's kind of how we developed the company. So if you think you have a love of real estate or any part of the process that you might be an expert at, give me a call. I'd love to see if your goals align with ours and maybe we could work together. Or if you know somebody that's thinking about buying or selling, of course, give us a call. My team and I are on standby 7 days a week, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. ready to help you or your family or friends take the smoother road to sold.